Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. Sorry, the videos have been somewhat sporadic recently. Just a lot of stuff going on. Well, anyway, hopefully we can get these back to a daily thing. BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. It is Monday, June 6th. That is a wonderful thing. It is 3:26 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. And once again, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. The market today was kind of interesting. If you look at the Dow right here, up 0.05%, good enough. It did close on a green candle. NASDAQ up 0.4%, good to go, closed in the green. And of course, S&P 500, good to go, 0.31 in the green. I'll take it. It's a bit of a struggle today for the market, but in general, it closed in the green with the big indexes. That's a good thing. Looking at the S&P 500 stocks in general, definitely a mix of green and red. Three big players, of course, today were Google, Amazon, and Tesla. Nice to see Tesla making a little bit of a rebound there. So good to go. Traditional market did okay, just good enough, Looking at crude oil prices today, $117 a barrel for crude oil coming into the U.S. I will tell you what, here in the Phoenix area, gasoline is now $5.50 a gallon and continues to go up like a rocket ship to Pluto. Dollar strength index today, it's been going sideways for a while. It's a green candle today. It's making a bounce off that 50 moving average, challenging at 20 WMA. So let's see how this goes. Right now, the dollar strength index has been kind of sideways last couple days. If it begins to trend down or trend up, that will definitely affect a lot the traditional market, crypto market, everything. It's amazing how tied to the dollar strength index most of the world is truly. S&P 500 today. Here we're seeing a red candle. Is the market still open? No, it should be closed, right? It's 3:28 here. Anyway, here I see the S&P on the daily close. Okay, that's right. Over here, I think these are like hourly candles. So it got a little bit of a tip up towards the end of the day. A little bit of a bump, all the big indexes. Interesting. But overall, the daily candle for the S&P 500 was in the red. So let's look at the Dow. How was that on the daily? Oh, very, very indecisive. Green, kind of Darth Maul doji. I'm not sure what you call a green Darth Maul doji. I guess it is it's not a dark side doji. Dow Jones Industrial Average definitely had a red indecisive, kind of a Darth Maul doji there today. Below most moving averages, but it is about the 20 WMA. It did make a bit of a push last week. Anyway, guys. The big indexes, not too incredible, though. Towards the end of the day, they did rally a bit, as we can see here. The Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 all, at least towards the end of the day, got a little bit sparky. That's nice to see. And the market, even though it's kind of, not really to get too excited about, is not a totally kind of dead market today. All right, let's keep on moving. There's the big stuff. Well, anyway, down here we've got the U.S. Tech 100, indecisive candle today, not really making much happen. It is staying above the 20 WMA. That's kind of good. Going sideways, we'll take it. Gold today, actually this would be today, this red candle here. Now we already have a new candle here, very indecisive, but basically gold closed on a red candle and it broke below the 200 moving average today on the daily. So gold, not too happening. Silver, below most important moving averages. It's holding at 20 WMA. That's kind of cool to see. Had a green candle today with a wick towards the top side. Right now, starting a new candle, which is a bit indecisive, but green. All right, looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, last 24 hours, 3.5 billion is what it has been all day. So that is at least above 3 billion. I'll take it. Looking at the top 100 cryptos and Bitcoin's coming in at 31,425. Not too bad at all. We do have some good players today. Solana's up 7%. I like seeing that. Cardano up 6.5%. That's nice. Loopring up 7%. So I got some of the old team starting to show up for work again. It's nice to see an overall red market. If Bitcoin can stay sideways, we'll definitely see more of that. Theta Network up 6.8%. So let's we'll take a look at some of these before we check out of here. What I was very happy to see today was, if you look at these green numbers here, that is increase in volume. We just had a mega beautiful day as far as the exchanges. Definitely saw spot trading pairs, tremendous volume today. So I like seeing that. That was great. The top 10, top 20 exchanges, all mostly beautiful, many triple digit volume increases. You can see the volume graph here, the 7-day. You can kind of see, you can see it moving up. It's a nice thing. It's a good day. So in general, market started pretty strong. Looking at derivatives, longs and shorts, basically on Binance, that's kind of where I look. Up 100%, but still only at 49 billion. 50 billion is a good day. 60 better. 70 is really great. Anyway, so a bit of mediocre volume there, but for derivatives, but it still is up 100%. So let's see how it catches up. The 7-day volume graph is definitely showing us some uptrend recently. So let's see how this rolls. Bitcoin is in a good spot. Volume is just good enough. Spot trading volume is wonderful. Actually, it's exceptionally wonderful. So that's kind of cool to see. Longs versus short sentiment in the market. All day it's been on Binance for Bitcoin. The sentiment has been short, so 54% short, 45% long. Take it for what it's worth. I guess basically it has pumped a good deal. Many people find that it's at a place of resistance and it's turning around, losing that momentum. So it would appear that people are shorting more than longing on Binance, where the big volume is. But for Ethereum, it is 62% long, 37% short. Definitely a long bias there. Let's look at the market. All right, so Bitcoin on the 45-minute chart. Let me just check some incoming that I got going on here. I'm sick. Sorry, guys. I mean to hold you up here. I know you're all very patient. I just want to grab something here for the crew. I just realized I missed notifying some people that I'm live doing this. Okay, because you guys probably can't see what I'm doing. At least you shouldn't be able to. So 1 second while I just take care of this little housekeeping and we'll get back to it. Bam. All right. And sorry guys, 1 more second. All right, there we go. Sorry for that delay. Anyway, looking at Bitcoin today, as you can kind of see, we have been recovering. Here's a nice BART pattern we had there, and that was back on the 30th of May to the 1st of June. We kind of saw that beautiful pattern run up, and it dumped back down. So what I'm hoping right now is we're not having another BART pattern, which is going to dump down. We'll see how that rolls. I don't necessarily see any reason why that has to be the case. Directional index is in the green. ADX is trending down. But really, it's a good sideways action there. The squeeze indicator is showing some sideways action, a little bit of loss of momentum. SME binary candles is very strong. KRI is right in the middle, is doing okay. Stochastic RSI is on the way up. And what we're trying to select by Lazy Bear here is showing some, positive energy going on. So this is a very, very short time frame. Actually, this is kind of cooling off the wave oscillator by Lazy Bear, but in general, we pumped pretty hard, and if we do look, it's okay to have some sideways at this point, and also do look that we are pushing top of the RSI cave right here, which you can probably see. Let me open that up some, and you can see here's the RSI cave here. Here it is. We're pushing the RSI cave as hard as we can. You're never going to stay above it very long or below it very long. In general, you will snap back to it unless you're getting, I'm watching you through your light bulbs. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of used to that. I will start using my camera again. I just, it's a pain in the ass, and I have to. I will get that together so you guys can see me. But right now, you cannot. We'll get back to that. Anyway, Bitcoin's pushed quite hard. Now we're getting some sideways action. It pushed about as hard as it possibly could, within reason, against the top of the RSI key there on the 45-minute chart. And also, this red moving average right here is the 8 moving average. You're never going to stay too far from that very long. So in general, it just had a beautiful pump and now it's sideways. Let's see how it rolls. It's in a good spot. Looking at the 45-minute indicators in general, it's good to go. We broke the 200 and the 314 in about 2 candles. That gave us a blue diamond merit badge. That's very, very strong stuff. We're going sideways. I will take it. These indicators show sideways, possibly more upside than downside. Short time frame, I know, but let's look at the 15-minute chart. Yeah, that's beautiful. 15-minute chart pumped. It's right here back in the middle of the RSI cave. Good spot to be. Indicators are showing a bit of a cool off. So this is all good to go. Let's look at a 4-hour chart with all these nice indicators. Now this is a huge deal. 4-hour chart. Check it out. 4-hour chart did break above the 200 moving average, and it's staying there. That is really a wonderful thing. Indicators in general look like we're going to see a bit of a cool off here on the 4-hour chart. If we can keep above this 200 moving average, if we can kind of get a bounce off that and then continue up, even if we kind of hang out here between the 200 and the 314 for a while like that, and eventually hopefully break up. Well, there you go. So anyway, we're seeing some positive energons here. The 45-minute chart is immediate price action. 4-hour chart is a little bit more, conservative. People do trade on it quite a lot, of course. But this is wonderful, as you can see. Yeah, anyway, I will not belabor this, but this is not too bad. We did have some, I could sit here and stare at this all day, but it's not particularly, interesting. Other than, we did have some nice sideways ranging action right here. We kind of broke out of that here. Now we've been dumping hard, giving it all back, but we're beginning to see some challenges like here and here. That is not bad. Definitely looking at 4-hour chart, immediate price action. This is pretty inspiring. Like I said, on the 4-hour chart, if it can hold that 200 moving average and continue moving up, even ranging between the 200 and the 314 here, that's going to be pretty darn good. So that's a powerful chart. Now looking at the daily chart, check this out. Daily chart. We have a nice green candle today. That's wonderful. We definitely have broken above the 20 WMA, the purple moving average there. That's nice. Soon to channel the 50 moving average. That'll be wonderful. 200 is a bit far away, around 40,000. So we don't really even concern ourselves about that. An area that I definitely look forward to us probably, moving to, then finding some resistance is probably right around here, where we've definitely had previous support and resistance in the chart, as you can see. It's definitely been a location there for it. So once we get in that range of around right around like 39,300 to like 40,000. So 39,000 to 40,000. 41,000, 40,500. Anyway, I like to use a bit of a range. It's definitely around 39,000. It's definitely a spot where you might start seeing some resistance and see a bounce there. But it all depends. On the daily chart here, if we can keep pushing, the 200 moving average is only around 41,658. We can get above there and find support. Bam! That definitely would be pretty darn wonderful. I've looked at it many times. I'm going to look at it again. I do think this has a lot of validity. Is the Fibonacci sequence here. If we go way back to 13th of March 2020 and do a fib, you can kind of see what's going on here. We are, and I will, of course, we know this is all previous support and resistance here. Can I move this easy enough? Now let's make a new one. Here's the 618 golden pocket right there. Right now, we've kind of dipped into it recently, recent days, but right now, this fib sequence is pretty darn powerful, and we are kind of holding above that 618 golden pocket, the 618 Fibonacci sequence. We even did a wick one time down to the 650 fib level. That's pretty interesting. So also do note here, big deal of the week for sure is the MACD is tremendously positive on the daily. That is a lot of upwards momentum. So I wouldn't be surprised. We could even see a 50 moving average, challenge at 33,650 or so tomorrow. That definitely could happen. We have a lot of upwards movement. 618 is a very, very respectable spot to bounce. And looking at this fib retracement, you have a lot of time, a lot of data, a lot of stickiness in here, and I think we definitely are at a place where Bitcoin could for real bounce, especially if it can bounce above the 50 moving average and find support above the 0.5 fib level right now, which is around 36,700. No, I'm sorry, 36,372. That'd be a great spot. Then it's going to start getting challenged by previous resistance, support and resistance around 39,000 to like 45,000 or so. So anyway, a lot of support and resistance right there it would have to break through. But let's just see. It all depends on how much upwards momentum it has. And one of the things about upwards momentum, if we get rolling, is right here. It's a 4-hour. It's a 3-day chart, and you can see how the Fibonacci sequence, of course, once again, it sticks very, very well. You can see the previous support and resistance that we're looking at. I know my numbers are very, very wide, from like 39,000 to like 40,700. But that's a nice box. It's a nice range where you're definitely going to see Bitcoin have to figure something out. Looking at the daily chart, like I say, before it even gets to that previous strong support and resistance, we're going to be above the 0.5 fib level at 36,372. We're going to be above 0.50, which is at 33,800 around there. So definitely, the 200 moving average is only just right above it, around 41,500. So the daily chart, this is definitely, I'm with positive energy going on, I definitely have no problem seeing Bitcoin possibly making a move, and just, getting back on track. That would definitely make sense. Of course, it could definitely, of course, not, and end up down to the 786 at around 18,000, which many people do insist on. And so we'll see if that actually happens. And of course, we would just start from there, probably going to move up unless the world is over. And then we're going to 36,000. And well, very few crypto traders will still be alive at that point. So through starvation or depression, whatever. So we're gonna hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, it is a good 3-day looking chart. I'm very excited, and that's a daily chart here. But the 3-day chart, what I like about this is on the 3-day chart we are below the 200 moving average, but we are riding that 314 moving average very powerfully. We're beginning to challenge that 20 WMA. That's very powerful. And then note this beautiful thing right here, the 3-day MACD. I have an alert set. You should have one set too. If we can get across and keep it on the 3-day MACD, that's definitely Lambo season. And I think that's going to create a lot of investor confidence, especially if it breaks and stays there. And we can look back historically at times when that has happened, especially when it was down this low. Like, look at this break. Then we ran up. And so, before it turned down again, we ran up like, let me see, right about here. If you were just playing the MACD, and you probably wouldn't have gotten out right there. You probably would have gotten out probably when that started to dump. So if you were just playing the MACD game, you probably could have made like, what is that? It's like 72%. That's wonderful. So we're in a powerful spot for this MACD to cross positive. Of course, sometimes the positive crosses are not that massive. It could be like when it did it recently, back on the 6th of February. This is back on the 15th of July, 2021. But like the 6th of February, what kind of movement did we get then? If you were playing the MACD, if you waited for the cross, you probably would have gotten around 14-15%. Not bad at all, So 3-day MACD crosses, many people do, play those also. They play the daily crosses. I mean, if I was to look here at daily crosses, and I'll get us out of here. I'm not going to belabor this too long, but yeah, like on the daily cross, the last time we had a nice, powerful, low. Like if you look at this MACD, we're nice and low right now, and so, sometimes you get across and it doesn't quite amount to much. Sometimes you get across and it really takes off quite a ways. So especially if you can get across with the MACD, and then also you can see yourself heading towards the 200 moving average. Like this was a great play back here. Positive, powerful MACD cross. Bitcoin began to move up after that. So if you were to have gotten in, let's say right around here, I hate that indicator. Let's say you got in around here. See, that's what it would have crossed here. say most people probably would have gotten around here and rode that thing until uncertainty. Even there, it's like 20, 30, it's like 30% you could have made, especially if you were just watching the when you got above the 200 moving average here on the daily. Once you got below it again, or it looked like this would have been a bad day here. Even if you got now at the bottom of that, when I hit the 200 moving average and didn't find support, probably could have made 30%. So imagine if that had been leveraged, pretty darn badass. So anyway, we really are heading towards a possible pretty positive time here for Bitcoin. So let's see what happens. A lot of alts are like this. This is a 4-hour chart. This is BNX versus BTC. As you can see, this is the one that I'm watching because it made a positive break above the 200 moving average way back on like the 1st of March 2022, and it has kept it through all the craziness. It's kind of on the short time frames here. It's kind of coming to like a decision period for this one. Let's see how it rolls. Sorry. Bonk. I want to go here. Yeah, there we go. It's at a proper spot to take off again, and I'm just gonna throw this one out there. It rode the 200 for a while. It kind of ranged between the 200 and the 314. Finally made a break above the 200 and the 314. It got a blue diamond merit badge, and it's just kind of holding it. And its indicators really don't look that bad. This is definitely one that I am watching. I think we could see this thing get back into a playful mode. And if you look at the 4-hour chart, as you can see, it has been holding above, and it's just been a gradual uptrend. And if we look at this thing, see, where has it been? Okay, I don't have too much data on it there. Maybe it's new to the exchange. I'm looking at Binance. Anyway, guys, this is what I'm watching. Let's real quick look back here at things that are doing really well. Oh yeah, Theta. Let's look at Theta. Look at that. Theta is a 4-hour chart. Okay, I like this. You look at the 4-hour chart here, you can see where Theta has just been giving it back for a long time, right? Ever since like 9th of November 2021. So I love charts that have been doing this. And now we're starting to get some green here on the directional index. We're getting some squeeze momentum, getting some SME binary candles. KRI is looking good. Stochastic is taking a dump after a run up, and so is Wave Translator by Lazy Bear. But we're seeing a little bit of sparkiness here. Got some green Madrid ribbons. A challenge to 200 moving average. It did not quite make it, but it's up a few percent today. It is definitely one to watch. That's the 4-hour chart. Okay, let's look at the 45-minute chart for immediate price action. All right, for the 45-minute chart, we do have a 200 moving average cross right there. It's looking pretty good. This is actually quite bullish right here. We have a bunch of pink squares under the 200 moving average, means across the 200 moving average. The blue diamond merit badges means across the 314, the 200 within like 1 to 3 candles. Indicators in general are looking okay. The stochastic RSI is about ready to turn up, and so is Wave Translator by Lazy Bear. KRI is not in the right spot, but it probably will turn up. Directional index is looking good. Squeeze indicator shows we've been downwards momentum for a while. It rode to the top of the RSI, came up for a bit. Then, of course, it could not handle it. Came back down. It's right in the middle of that. It's holding above the 200 moving average. If Theta can stay above that 200 moving average and these indicators can start turning up and it can start moving up, definitely looking at the 4-hour chart and the 45-minute chart, Theta definitely could be a player in the world once again. Looking at trading view, let's just look at some favorites. DGB USDT on Binance and KuCoin and Bittrex and CoinEx. So everyone can play this one. You got to be on one of those exchanges. DGB, looking at a 4-hour chart, definitely this thing has been giving it back ever since like the 27th of March. Below the 200 moving average, definitely having some struggle there. Indicators are not too bad on the 4-hour chart. Looking at a 45-minute chart, what are we seeing here? Yep. Green diamond merit badges. It's challenging at 200 and at 314. Got above the 200 moving average. If it can stay above it, and these indicators continue to look at least all right. They have some turning up to do. Maybe we'll see a run, even if it was just a run like things tend to do what they've done before. So even if you got a run like this, here's a 200 moving average cross. See here. that was like 9%, right? So even if we, run that again, we could see 9% off this move. Possible. What if we hit the, what if from where we are right now, we hit that recent all-time high that it had? That would be 11%. So, this is one to check out. I'm going to be watching DGB versus USDT. Not a bad play, quite possibly. Who else was looking groovy over here? Loopring, LRC. Let's just look at LRC. And yeah, there's too many that look good right now. I'm not going to, this would take forever unless I had the charts up beforehand. But if we have green days where there's coins that are doing good and there's good setups, which we're kind of starting to see right now, I'll definitely, before I get started talking to you guys, I'll have them all up so we can just look at them rather quickly, maybe get into some good positions early in the day. Part of why I have not really been online is I've just been busy, honestly, doing stuff. And then also the market's just been kind of sideways and I haven't really been trading. But right now, maybe we're setting up for a pretty badass week. And if we are, we're going to make money together. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. And remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist cries. And they certainly are making their plans right now. And the best way to kick these ghoulish monsters right in the nuts, Bitcoin. All right. Every Bitcoin Satoshi you own makes one of these guys, a piece of shit banker, cry. And that's a beautiful thing. Thanks for being part of the peaceful revolution, and I'll see you tomorrow.